This is the burger guide. We're gonna show almost every way to make a legit burger. 30 total methods. We're splitting it amongst 3 categories: methods, classics, and what we're calling super burgers. And mommy burgers. Just kidding, that's not there. Our taste testers are eating every single burger, and they're gonna decide a winner of each category. And once we have those winners, I'm gonna combine them into one ultimate burger. Either this is gonna be horrifying or amazing. Listen, this isn't about crazy toppings or stunts. We're making real burgers. So here are the rules. Rule number 1, we are only using 75-25 ground beef. I hate 80-20, I've always hated 80-20. Please just get fattier ground beef. Rule number 2, they all have buns and it has to be made out of actual bread, okay? We're not doing ramen burgers. They're great, but not here. Rule number 3,
and arguably the most important.
No weird methods. We're not doing dishwasher, clothing iron, toaster oven, okay? We're not starting a grease fire here. Let's stick to cooking. Rule number 4, because burgers are an American thing, we're only doing American burgers. No disrespect, I'm trying to keep this focused here. We're ready to go. Our judges will be ranking these on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being like garbage can, and 10 being the greatest burger of their life. So let's make this, shall we?
First, we're starting with methods, arguably one of the most important components, and there are 15 burgers in this category alone. Some of these I've never used before. Burger number 1, you'll never guess, air fryer.
If I win, I get to destroy this thing.
So we all agree the air fryer actually won that, right?
How are you gonna make 2 completely different potato recipes?
So not only did Josh take a big loss to the air fryer, he also then smashed it up rather than giving it away.
Josh destroyed the air fryer because it destroyed him.
So I couldn't believe he didn't count the time he took to set up.
An air fryer is basically just a convection oven. It's incredibly useful.
Should have named it How I Cheated to Beat an Air Fryer.
I will never second guess an air fryer again, except maybe as a burger maker. Heat your air fryer to 375 Fahrenheit. Make sure your patty is at least 8 ounces because it will shrink. I flattened this out as wide as I could without making it too thin. Seasoned it to taste with salt and pepper. Popped it in the air fryer for 8 to 10 minutes. 1 slice of American cheese on it for the last minute of cooking. Finish the burgers on toasted buns, which both sides have been sauced. And before you ask, yes, anytime you see a sauce in the methods, we're using the same sauce, so don't worry. We got a little bit of control here. And that is our air fryer burger. Time for ratings. And remember, 1 is the worst burger you have ever had in your life. And 10 is the best burger I done ever eaten, if that makes sense. Today's taste testers are Vikram, Kendrick, and Angela.
This looks so gross.
A 3, 5, and another 3. 11 points total. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't vote on this one. Don't get mad at me. Next, burger 2, the George Foreman. You know, I've never used one of these. I'm not really sure. I guess green light means go. Spray with oil, burger on, close little Georgie up, and I guess the green light goes away, okay? Everybody was telling me on set that the comments would yell at me if we didn't put this drip tray here, so there it is, all right? Surprisingly, it worked. All the fat's dripping out, which is not good in my opinion. Okay, green light's back, burger's done, bottom bun sauced. I cheesed up our patty, sauce top bun on. Now for ratings. 3, 3, and 3. Wow, this is not looking good. Now we're gonna try a deep fry process. Gross, or maybe not. So I got a big pot of oil, about 350 Fahrenheit. I got about an 8-ounce patty, flattened it out. I seasoned it, I lowered it into my frying oil and let it cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. Pretty aggressive frying. Take it out, looks nice. Drain, and it's kind of fat, but whatever. Now assemble, and well, that's a fried burger. Now onto the ratings. 5, 4, and a 4. Good Lord, this is a tough crowd. But we have a new leader. We have to head outside for burger number 4, a charcoal grilled burger. I can hear Hank Hill crying in the distance. Preheat a charcoal grill. Once your charcoal's white, grill your burger as you would, real hot, 3 to 4 minutes per side. You flip, you put some cheese on, and we assemble it exactly the same, sauced bottom and top bun, put it together, and that is a grilled burger. I'm feeling good about this. I love it. It's a classic.
I'm excited for this.
It's nice and pink on the inside.
6, a second 6, another 6. Ooh, yeah, not a good number. Sitting at 18 points. For burger number 5, we can step it up a bit more. What about a pizza oven? So we preheated our pizza oven to about 700 degrees with a cast iron skillet inside. Yes, 700. It's a pizza oven. What do you expect? Season our burger. Again, 6 to 8 ounces. I removed the hot skillet, press that patty down in there. You want it to adhere. Skillet back in, cook for 2 minutes, flip in another 2 minutes. Boom, it is done. Probably one of the fastest burgers of all time. Cheese goes on, dress it up, assemble it with your sauced buns, and that is a pizza oven burger. It looks nice, to be honest, but can it dethrone the charcoal grilled? A 7 and a 2? Oh, a 7. 16 points total. Moving on to probably one of our weirdest. A pressure cooker. Look, you season your patty, and I guess you turn the pressure cooker on to get hot, put it in there, get a little bit of sizzle, add in a bit of beef broth, close the lid, high pressure for 8 minutes. It can be a little bit weird, so keep your eyes on it. Well, it's done, I guess. And it looks gross as well. Look at that. Wow, I'm shocked. Well, anyway, we're gonna assemble it as per usual, and on to our ratings. 0. That's unnecessary. 1. Okay. 2. So 3 points. Let's step it up with something a little more fancified. Number 7, a braised burger. So we're searing our seasoned patty in a Dutch oven, you know, get a nice color on both sides. It's gotta be better, right? Once it has a nice crust on both sides, I took it out. By the way, this is like an 8-ounce patty, so it's pretty much rare on the inside. And you can't have a braise without liquid, so we'll add a little bit of onion, some garlic, brown sugar, let it saute a bit. Maybe we toss in some Dijon mustard, some beer, scrape off the Maillard on the bottom, bring it to a simmer, place the patty back in, close the lid, and just let it gently simmer and braise like the sultry beast that it is. After like 8 minutes, because let's be honest, this can't braise that long, it's done. So that is what a braised burger looks like. I don't know if I hate it. Now on to our ratings. First score, a 7. Second, a 6. A 5. Braised is currently tied with charcoal grilled. Moving on to burger number 8, oven roasted. So we're gonna roast this all the way through. Literally seasoned patty, oven at 375. You cook it in there for like 15 to 20 minutes. Take it out for a little cheese. You melt the cheese. This is pretty basic, right? Put it together on sauce buns. That's it. I don't know how I feel about this. It's kind of weird. It felt dry coming out, which I'm not a fan of, so I have a feeling it's not gonna be good. On to our ratings. Oven roasted gets a 2, another 2, and a 3, so not good.
Mediocre.
On to burger number 9, reverse sear. This seems unnecessary, but maybe it's not. We've got an oven at 275 Fahrenheit, a 68-ounce patty seasoned in there for 1 hour. Yes, it's gonna take a while to cook at that low of a temperature. We're looking for 140 internal temperature. Heated up a cast iron skillet, seared it on both sides for about 1 to 2 minutes or until you got that nice, beautiful crust. Cheese on top, you melt, sauced buns, and that's a reverse sear burger. What I noticed about the reverse sear is that it retained an unbelievably perfect shape with very little shrinkage, even after searing. Feels like an enormous waste of time, but maybe it's not. Let's find out. A 4, okay, not a good start. 5, 14 total. Sorry, not a winner. Now for burger number 10, broiled. Set your oven broiler to high heat, seasoned patty, about 6 ounces, pop it underneath the broiler for about 6 to 8 minutes, flip, and another 4 more minutes. Remove, add your cheese, pop it back in the oven, melt onto your sauced buns, and well, that's actually it. That's a broiled burger. Doesn't look too bad. Hopefully we start getting some better ratings here. So that comes in with a 5, a 3, and another 3. These guys are mean. This next burger I think I might hate with every single fiber of my being. Burger number 11, the steamer. You might as well call it a Cleveland steamer because it's disgusting. You're gonna boil some water in a pot, steamer basket on top. Now, this is the assembly. First, a little ramekin. You're gonna add some white cheddar cheese, then another steamer basket goes on top, which will contain your seasoned patty that's on a parchment sheet. You put your lid on and you steam for 8 to 10 minutes. Now, my thought is, well, the cheese is gonna break. Why are we doing this? But I'm following this to the exact specifications of what a steamer supposedly is supposed to be. Now, you sauce your buns, you put on your steamed burger patty, and then pour the molten broken cheese sauce on top. God, that looks awful. I have no doubt in my mind that the crew already hates this. This one's gonna be rough.
It looks like there's old mac and cheese. Oh.
A 0. Yep. Minus 10. Okay. And a 0. Say less.
That was horrible.
That was terrible.
On to burger number 12, sous vide. There might be something here. Add a seasoned 6 to 8 ounce patty to a Ziploc bag, pop it into a 132 Fahrenheit sous vide water bath. This is gonna cook for about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay, this is gonna take some time. Now take the patty out, pat it dry with a paper towel, and immediately sear in a ripping hot cast iron skillet till you get that nice crust, flip and sear on the other side. Don't forget to add your cheese, put it on your sauce buns, and there is a sous vide burger. I doubt this is the first, but I don't know why anyone would do this. Hopefully this leans to something better. Time for ratings. First an 8, okay, a 7 and an 8. Sous vide is now the new leader with 23 points. Burger number 13, Searzall. Look, I just wanted to add this because it seemed cool. You're gonna need quite a thin patty because, well, it's a Searzall. You're not putting any ambient temperature around this other than the direct flame. So seasoned patty, about 6 ounces, flattened, wide and thin. Pop your flame. The edges did start to curl a little bit, so I kept flipping and Searzalling until I had a nice crust on both sides and it was cooked through. So maybe like 3 to 4 minutes total. You will set off the fire alarm if you do this, by the way. No surprises there. Add your cheese, melt it on with the Searzall, assemble onto dressed buns, and that is your Searzall burger. Time for some ratings.
I think Kazu is on fire. It's still so warm.
A 6, an 8, and a 5. Okay, so we have a new second place burger. Burger number 14, grill pan. This is for people who don't have outdoor grills. Gotta look out for everyone. Ripping hot grill pan. Press it lightly so it gets those nice grill lines. Sear for about 2 minutes, quarter turn, sear another 2 minutes, then flip, sear again for another minute or two, quarter turn, another minute, add your cheese, and let it melt. Obviously, I should have mentioned the patty was seasoned. Okay, we don't do anything that's not seasoned here, all right? Assemble that bad boy. It looks nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very happy with this one. Now we rate. First up, our first 9. 5, and another 9. We have another first place tie already. Burger 15, smoked. Look, you're gonna need a fatty patty. You're gonna need probably a 7 to 8 ounce patty. Thicky boy. Seasoned generously. Pop it in a smoker for 1 to 1.5 hours until an internal temperature of about 155 Fahrenheit. Yes, it's past medium rare, I know, but trust me here. Sauce a bun, get your patty on there, add a nice slice of cheese, ideally melted, put your sauce top bun on, and crown our final challenger in the method category. This one smells and looks so beautiful, it could very well be the winner. It's all on this burger. I don't know if this one's gonna make it. Okay, we've got an 8, 7, and we got a 9. Burger number 15, the smoked burger, wins our method category.
That puts the ham in hamburger.
That's a completely different burger experience.
Now, just because we have a winner for our method category means nothing. This is a tournament. So on to the next category, the classics. I have a feeling like the comments are gonna go off on these. Burger number 16, the OG smash burger. So this is a smaller patty, like 2.5, 3 ounces. Roll into a ball. You got a greased pan, smoking hot. Place your ball on the hot pan so your ball is adhered to the pan. I don't know why I said it like that. With the spatula or a burger press, you're going to press down hard, really get it nice and flat till it's a little thicker than 1/8 of an inch. Season with salt and pepper, let it sear for like 1 to 2 minutes, scrape underneath, flip, more salt and pepper, cheese, let it melt, and well, you assemble on a properly dressed toasted bun, and that's a perfectly fine looking smash burger. I prefer a double patty whenever I do a smash burger, but we're keeping it simple. Now let's give it a taste. 9, strong out the gate. And a 3?
Because it's so thin, I couldn't really taste it outside of the sauce.
I feel like Kendrick just doesn't like burgers. And it finishes with a 7, okay, 19. Burger number 17, the Oklahoma fried onion smash burger. It's not like deep fried. Very similar to the last. So you got your ball, you put it in your hot pan, but this time you're gonna pile on a bunch of very thinly sliced white onion, like paper thin. And again, you smash it down, get it nice and thin. The thing I like about this is the onion prevents the patty from sticking to your spatula and or burger press. Big fan. You season it, you let it sear, 1 to 2 minutes, flip, and you can see those onions sort of almost frying in the beef fat, getting nice and crispy and dark brown. Add your cheese, scrape it up, and you have a crispy caramelized onion patty on a bun. I'm not gonna lie, this might be my new favorite method. Once it's assembled, looks good, and I imagine it's gonna taste good. So we got an 8, a 6, and another 8 for a total of 22. So far, Oklahoma Fried is in the lead. Burger number 18, the Lacy Edge Smash Burger. I realize this is a 3rd iteration of a smash burger, but they're all very different. You're gonna get your hot pan, ball goes in, but this time when you press it out, you're gonna spread it as far and flat as you can. I mean, it's gonna look kind of weird. Not gonna lie, first try, not great. Second try, well, not bad. Let it sear for about 2 minutes, and you can see those edges starting to curl up. That's the Lacy Edge. Scrape underneath, flip, and this thing is so wide that I don't even know where to put the cheese, so I just kind of threw it on. But once it was done, it went between 2 dressed up buns, meat cheese bun sauce, that's it. I'm a fan of this, but I have a feeling the judges are not gonna like it. 4? Really? 2? What's going on?
I mostly tasted bread because it was so thin.
And an 8 for somebody who's respectable. 14 total, 3rd place, not great. Burger number 18, animal style. Now, although this comes from In-N-Out, it's a classic on its own at this point. So it's the same exact method as before. I'm personally gonna make it a smash patty. You smash it down, you season it, but this time you brush it with a little bit of yellow mustard. Then after it's got a good crust, flip, brush with more mustard, cook for another minute or 2, you melt your cheese, and this is very important. The sauce to this burger must be spread. What is that? We have a recipe for it in our In-N-Out video, but it's literally just caramelized onions, mayo, ketchup, and a few other ingredients. Very simple. The assembly of this also requires tomatoes, thinly sliced, and of course, salted. If you're a true subscriber, which I appreciate you know to salt your tomatoes. Thinly shaved iceberg lettuce, your patty, top it off. Probably one of my most favorite burgers of all time. Please, I just hope that it's a good rating. Animal style starting off with a 7, a 5, and an 8. Okay, 20 points total. Burger number 20, patty melt. So first off, the buns are not gonna be, well, buns. You have to use Texas toast, understand? That means thick cut white bread. About low medium heat, you're gonna butter up a pan. You toast this on both sides. And for the patties, it's pretty much always gonna be a double meat cheese patty. So do your smash burger, season it up, you flip it, add American cheese, melt, and remove. You're gonna repeat the process for burger number 2, but instead of American cheese, you're gonna do Swiss cheese. That's how I like it, personal preference. Now, to build this out, you can use any sauce you want. I use the In-N-Out spread. On the bottom slice, your 2 patties, sauce your top slice. You can add onions if you wanted to. And that is a patty melt. Now let's taste test. First score, a 10, our first 10 in the entire video.
The onions were very, very good.
Second score, 7, and a final score, 7. Coming in with 24 points, 2 ahead of Oklahoma Fried. We have our leading classic burger, but there's one last one. Number 21, steakhouse style. This is a big boy patty, 8 ounces. You want this thing a little bit wider than your buns, but still thick. Don't act like you don't like it thick. All right. Hot skillet over medium high, sear it for 2 to 3 minutes. You flip another 2 to 3 minutes, and this time lower the heat to medium. Toss in some fresh thyme, maybe some crushed cloves of garlic, and a few tablespoons of butter. What do? You baste beautifully over and over, like a fine steak. This is a steakhouse style, right? Drain on a wire rack, pour your butter on top. This is naughty. Melt a slice of specifically cheddar, not American cheese, cheddar. A light garlic mayo on both buns, a little bit of butter lettuce, 2 tomatoes, which of course are salted, your patty, your pickles, maybe some fresh sliced onion, and your top bun. I mean, this is beautiful. Our first place burger has 24 points. It's a tough one to beat. Let's test. First score, 9.5. Okay. 5. All right. I mean, there's no way this is winning. We would need a 10 in order to, and we have a 10. So we have a winner for both of our categories, with Smoke Burger taking the big old dub. We're on to our weirdest category you're gonna see, super burgers. So let's begin. Burger number 22, Juicy Lucy. It's a weird name. So you make 2 thin 3-ounce patties. Pat one of them out, you place a slice of American cheese in, you gotta fold the edges so it kind of is enclosed, place the other patty on top, and seal the edges. It seems pretty basic. I kind of like this. And then you literally just cook it in a pan, sear on both sides for a couple of minutes, get a nice color, make sure it gets cooked through and that cheese in the center is melted. And this is what's weird. You poke a hole in the top with a tweezer or toothpick to let steam escape. And apparently that's so that, I don't know why, but you're supposed to. Supposedly there's no sauce. So toasted buns, and let's taste. So, starting with a 5, a 4, and a 6, okay.
To me, it's just a cheeseburger with extra steps.
I'm still chewing.
Burger number 23, it's a Cuban frita. So for your patty, you're gonna combine beef, salt, paprika, pepper, cumin, and some lightly cooked garlic and onion. Mix that together, and well, that's what's gonna be your patty. Shape it into a patty. You're gonna sear it on both sides, you know, classic burger. Flip, and then while the other side is searing, this is the interesting part, you're gonna squirt on your special spicy tomato sauce, like all over the patty. Let it kind of caramelize, get all naughty. Cook for another minute, remove from the heat. And we have different buns here. These are buns made with my Cubano bread. They're completely homemade, sliced, toasted, down goes the patty, and a fat stack of freshly fried potato sticks. Yes, these were fried fresh. A little bit of ketchup on the top bun, and that's a Cuban frita. Let's taste. First up, a 9, strong out the gate. Another 9, bang. Final rating, a 6, total score of 24. That's gonna be hard to beat. Burger number 24, the cheese skirt. You know, this one, I don't know how often I'd make, but hot pan, put your patty in, salt, pep, cook for a couple minutes, flip. This is the interesting part. You're gonna cover the patty with a lot of cheddar cheese. White or yellow, doesn't matter. Like, a lot. Don't know how I feel about this, I'll be honest. Cover it with a lid or a overturned bowl and let it cook for 2 minutes. Make sure that heat's lowered, otherwise it's going to burn. Remove your lid and you have, well, this sort of crusty cheese skirt. I feel like it's a flying saucer ready to cut up the sides of your mouth, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Let's taste test. First score, 4. Second score, 2. And final score, 6. Total of 12. Yeah, not good. Burger number 25, Butter Burger. I wanted to do a Minnesota accent here. I don't know how to do it, I'm sorry. So you're gonna get your patty, you're gonna grate in frozen, unsalted butter, like quite a bit. Mix it together. This is 2 tablespoons for every 6 ounces of beef. That's a lot. Shape it into a patty, get it in the hot pan, season it, sear, flip, let it sear for another minute or so. Add some American cheese, mayo up a top and bottom, toasted bun, iceberg lettuce, salted tomatoes, your patty, and finally, crown your king. This one looks good, honestly. I kind of want to eat this, but I don't get to. So we'll pass it on to our tasters, who I'm pretty sure are tired of burgers at this point. First score, 8. Score 2, a 6. Last score, another 8. 22, but still behind Cuban frita. Burger number 26. This is supposedly called schnitzel, but it's something from Indiana. Don't know what's going on with this. You form your patty, you're gonna dust it with all-purpose flour, and then exactly like every other burger, you're gonna sear it on both sides for about 2 minutes. And I'm not gonna lie, the flour actually did help get a better crust than I had anticipated. It looks good, it looks whiff. But you can dress it up however you want. You put it between 2 buns, and technically it's a burger. First score, 6. Second score, a 4 and another 4. Okay, didn't even crack the top 3. Moving on to burger number 27, the Elvis. I think this burger is unhinged. Same burger as before. Season, sear on both sides, add cheese, whatever. That's not what matters here. What's interesting is you're gonna caramelize a banana in brown sugar. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But you get your toasted buns, your burger patty, you top it with 3 slices of bacon, then you add caramelized banana, and then you put peanut butter on the buns. I feel like this is illegal. So I guess you top it off and time to taste test. So we've got an 8, a 1, Come on. And an 8. Shockingly decent considering there was a 1 on this.
I applaud it for its creativity.
Everybody's so creative.
Burger number 28, the slider. This isn't just about it being small. This is a method. Balls of meat in the pan. Add some thinly sliced white onion. Press it down with your spatula or burger press. Season, sear, do your thing. But once you flip and your cheese is on, you're gonna add your top bun and then the bottom bun, both facing down. You let that steam kind of rise up into the buns. Cover with a lid, let it steam, you know, like a couple minutes. You reassemble your slider by moving the bottom bun to the bottom. Maybe throw on some pickles, add your top bun, and, well, taste test. The votes start with a solid 9, 8, 7. We've got 24 points, which ties it with Cuban Frita. We're almost there. The Luther. Look, this one's disgusting. I don't really like where this is going. You cook your beef, you add your cheese, you toast 2 glazed donuts, you add it to the donuts, and add bacon. That's it. It's a monster of American culinary culture, and I don't know where it came from, but time to taste test. For the Luther, we have a 10. Look at that. A 6 and a 9. That's 25 total points, putting it in first place.
I would order this. I strangely didn't hate this. Luther, I'll let you cook.
On to number 30, our final burger, the fry bread burger. Yes, you make a dough. It's just flour, baking powder, salt, hot water. Mix it together and it should look like this. Now what's interesting is you're gonna sear a patty, traditionally, seasoned, salt, pep, that's it, till it's cooked through. You're gonna then place it in a piece of your dough. Maybe add some cheese, you can add sauce if you want, put what you want in there. And then you're gonna completely encase it, seal it off, and deep fry at 375 until golden brown. Looks like this, kind of ugly. At that point, you open it up and you can add any other fresh veg and additional sauce. I don't think this is gonna do well, but let's find out. For the fry bread burger, bink, 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 26 points. Not only becoming the winner to our super burgers, but it is the highest rated burger we have.
I love the texture of the dough.
The bun was the best one I've had today.
I'm kind of shocked. I don't know how this is possible. Now wait, we officially have a winner for each category. For the classics, the steakhouse. For the super, surprisingly, the deep fried dough burger. And for the method, the smoked. We're gonna do something nobody's ever done before, and we're gonna combine every single one of these winners into one ultimate burger, and hopefully it's good. And I've been watching people taste test this. I'm taste testing the final one. So we smoke our burger patty lovingly, take it out of the smoker, sear it very quickly, basting it beautifully with herbed garlic butter. Then, well, this next part I don't love, you're gonna put it in your fry dough. You're gonna add a slice of cheese, wrap it up, deep fry it. Once it's done, pop it open. It's steaming, it's cheesy. I'm telling you, that smoky aroma filled the room like only the finest symphony playing live. And stuff it and give it the works. Lettuce, tomato, maybe some onions. And look, the bun looked a little boring, so I added a little sprinkle of togarashi. Yeah, it looks nice. And here we have what I'm calling the mega burger. There's nothing else to say other than for me to taste.
Wow, quite the journey. We ruined 3 people's stomach, and it led us to this 1-pound burger. This literally weighs almost exactly 1 pound. I guess there's nothing to really say. Wow, this is actually fantastic. Holy shit. This is exactly what you think it would be. It is the culmination of all the burgers in one. You get the smoke from the patty. It's rich, it's juicy. The bread's super soft. I don't feel like this burger's lacking anything. This feels like a complete meal. If you eat French fries with this, you're gonna be French fried. I'm not joking. You will your drawls. We've seen everything unite, and we've created something greater than the sum of all of its parts. You can make it at home, but you wanna know what else you can make at home? Beef.